on today's video, as you guys could read from the title, we'll be replacing the valve cover gaskets on a 2001. This applies basically for the 5.3 V8 Vortex engine. So Chevy, GMC, the trucks, the Suburbans, they all have it. The reason I'm doing this video is because I personally couldn't find a very good detailed video, so I thought I'd make one for you guys. So this is the engine here. It's, like I said, 5.3 valve covers are back over here. So we're gonna start with the driver's side first. Okay, right here. So this is how you can tell. 5.3 liter GM. Yep. So this is it. Alright, so let's get started. First things you want to do is go ahead and there should be a couple clips holding these wires down. You want to just unclip them so that way we can get these wires out of the way. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. Alright, so it was this clip right here. This clip right here, all you have to do is get a flathead in there, pry it this way out. This clip right here, same thing. Pry it out this way. So basically now you can move these a little out of the way. Nothing crazy, but just enough to be out of the way. Actually, this clip, my clip wasn't even put on right, but you will probably need to as long as it's still intact. And then there's one more clip back over here that we gotta get to. Same thing. You want to just get your flathead through there. It's hard to do it with the phone in my hand, but like that, and then pow. Alright, well, my clip was a little more sensitive and it broke right there, so I guess it's not too important. We're just gonna go ahead and work around it. Next step is gonna be just moving this to the side. It's gonna be very stiff, but just as long as you have some room. Then we're gonna go ahead and basically get all these wires out of the way, so you can pull this out and disconnect this right here. Right here. Like that. That's one of them. Get that out of the way. Just tuck it back here. To get a little bit more access, I went ahead and removed this vacuum line right here, and I went and tucked it back there. Don't forget to connect it when you put it back, but that's just to gain a little bit more room. You don't have to, you can work around it, but I just like to work comfortably. Okay, so now next, let's go ahead and disconnect these boots by just simply pulling them. These haven't been off in a minute, so what I'm gonna do is just get a flathead and pry against this right here, like that. Pry against this, like that. See how it kind of comes off already? Wow. Like that. Okay, so go ahead and do it to all four of them. Alright, now that that's done, you shouldn't have to mark them. They should be able to just fall into place like that, and you should be able to just line them up. You can mark them if you like on the cylinder, but I'm not going to. It's not that hard. Now that that's done, there's going to be a couple of studs like this one holding this whole ignition coil bracket in place. So you want to go ahead and break them all loose, take them all off, so this all can move out. Okay, so for these ones, that are sticking out, it's going to be a 10 millimeter. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and back here 5. So let's go ahead and just break that loose like this. Alright, so I went ahead and removed all those screws, and I put them right here in line so I remember exactly which one went where. They all were just the 10 millimeter size, so they should fit into place. Now, as you can see, it should all just come apart like it should all just smooth, and we should be able to just move this all out. Alright, like that. Boom. Cool. Now you want to put it aside. And we'll clean that up later. So now we have access to the valve covers. It's literally that easy, guys. We're not done yet, but there's just a couple more bolts on top, or screws. I believe it's 4 8 millimeters. I gotta double check right now, but 1, 2, 3, 4. And after we do that, we should be solid and cherry to go. Let's take them off. Alright, yeah, so it's just the 8 millimeter, size 8 millimeter. And let's go ahead and just break them loose and get these valve covers off. Alright, they're all loosened up and looking like this now. These valve covers were filthy. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to take them outside. You should be able to just wiggle this off now. If not, then they're caked on, so you got to just apply a little bit of pressure. Like that. And boom. Let's wiggle these out. Once again, it's hard to do this. Oh, don't forget, sorry, you have to disconnect your PCV line over here. Should slip right off. Like that. Cool. Now you have your valve covers off. And this is for the driver's side. So you gotta just wiggle them out. This ground is giving me an issue over here. Alright, wiggle them out. And that should be it right there. So this is for the driver's side on how you remove them. Then obviously to put them back together, all you have to do is just reverse the process. Okay, so let me clean this up, install this one, and then we'll move and hop onto the other side. As you guys seen, my valve covers were black. I thought they were, and don't mind that. Don't mind that startup in the background. That's just a Ford. That's why we don't shop for Fords. We work on Chevys and GMs. I did a quick power wash, guys, and these things actually came out silver. I didn't know they were silver. Obviously, you want to let them air dry them up with a rag. But what I like to do is I like to go ahead and stick a flathead through here, basically through this crack, and clean it all up with the rag. So that way when you put the new gasket, there's nothing that's going to be in the way. You go ahead and clean it. Also, to ensure a nice smooth surface, you want to go ahead and come here and just wipe up all that. You see how it came out nice and shiny right there? Go ahead and just do that all the way around. See? So clean up all your area first. Also, a thing I wanted to let you guys know, don't just buy the valve cover gasket. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yes, I shop on Amazon. There's nothing wrong with it. Just make sure you look at the reviews. Alright, so what I was saying was don't just buy the valve cover gaskets. Make sure your kit comes with these right here, because those go right here. And these are it right here. These are the old ones. You want to go ahead and replace all of those on both sides. So that's part of your seal, because they could be leaking from there, as it looks like mine's were a bit. And that's why the top of the valve cover gaskets more than likely got dirty. But I'm just gonna let this dry really quick, clean it all up, clean my surface area very well. Then we're gonna apply the gaskets. Alright, so with these little rubber grommets, you wanna actually put them on this screw before putting them in here, so that way it's just easier for you and you don't tear them. Just thought I'd let you know before you put the valve cover on and deal with any issues. So put these rubbers on first, then apply the valve cover gasket there. And if you guys do decide to pressure wash or wash your valve covers, I highly suggest you give it about 30 to 45 minutes to make sure all the inside of here is all dried out, and then also dry it out with a rag as well. Alright, now let's apply the actual valve cover gasket. This is right here. So my kit actually came with this as well, so make sure, like I said, you get the complete kit and don't just get the valve cover gaskets. This is it right here. I believe they're interchangeable for left and right, but just go ahead and apply it basically like this. Alright, so this is the new gasket. It's going to be a pain for me to try to record me put it on, but the reason why is because the minute you, let's see, let's do a test. The minute you, I was expecting them to fall out. Well, I might be able to do it with one hand, but you guys get the idea. Slide it back in there, like that. Slide it back in there, and then tighten these up evenly by hand, and yeah, that'll be completed for this side. Alright, so that's how it should look now with the valve cover on. Make sure you connect that hose back up there. Now we move on to installing these. As you can see, I pressure washed these two, let them dry, cleaned them up. So this thing's gonna be looking pretty nice when it's back together. I'm gonna detail the complete inside and under the hood after as well. If you guys don't already follow my detail page, it's at Vinny's Auto Details. But alright, now all it was 4 8mm, 4 8mm screws. Now let's move on to the 10mm that go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here. Okay, slide this back in like this. Sorry, one hand. There you go. I'm trying to set this up somewhere, but it's not working out, so slide it in how I did and go ahead, and they go right here, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe there should be a bottom one under there, 5, or if not, it's the top one. But alright, let's do this. Now that the 10mm screws, bolts, whatever you want to call them, are put on, you want to go ahead and plug in all your electrical again. Mine should be right here. look at the color difference. The bottom is clean, the top does not. But yeah, so now plug them in. Plug it all in. Plug it all in. And the reason I'm cleaning is because this is for sale. And you want to make it very, very presentable to the customer. So pretty much finished up here. We just got to put the clips back on. Don't forget to put this on. Slide that through there. And we're also going to be dropping the how to buy and sell cars videos again. Stay tuned for that. I believe just this clip down here. There you go, that's that clip. And then this one had a clip, but it's missing, so I gotta see. Okay, so it actually goes on this hole right here. Bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip it. Tighten it. And then we're gonna lower this down to right. Let me see. I believe that's it. There it goes. Yep. And there it is. Should be all done. With this side, we could turn it on, make sure everything's going good. But we're gonna go ahead and switch on to the other side now. This is for the driver's side. All right, now we are on the passenger side. Basically same concept. Remove the wires. It's a little bit tighter because of these hoses. All you got to do is just pop them off, and that should give you a little bit more room to get in there. All right, and then you want to start off with this connection back over here. That going. Once again, this thing is hard to do with one hand, but your boy's doing this for you guys, the viewers that need help with this job. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Where'd that go? So back here, perfect. Right where we wanted it, out of the way. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, comment down some other videos you guys might want for information on the vehicles and repairs. This is a do-it-yourself, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. All you need is a 10mm, 8mm, a couple of flatheads, a pair of gloves because it gets dirty. But alright, let's get to this. Once again, it's the 10mm right here. Right, where's it at? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 back there. Let's go ahead and pop these wires off first. So, just like we did before. That's only if they don't slide off like this. You should be able to just pop them off like that. If you don't want to risk damaging anything, flathead in there. Sorry for my focus being all over the place. I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing and pay attention to the camera. It's kind of a lot going on right now. This job doesn't take you no more than about an hour and a half. It's taking me a couple hours because I'm doing extra stuff. I'm pressure washing it, cleaning it, doing everything, letting it dry. Alright, as I was loosening this one's loosened up. I loosened this one up top, and this actually gets the bracket out of your way. So just put this somewhere where you're not gonna lose it. And pull this out the way. I'm gonna clean this up later. And now you have a little bit more room to the actual screw slash bolt. Alright, let's get them. Just thought I'd let you guys know about that before you guys take that off and just like, hey, why isn't it coming off? You have to actually take this one off as well. So there's two. There's the top one and then there's the bottom one. Okay, so they're all now broken loose. I forgot to mention, there's this clip right here, then there's this clip right here. You want to go ahead and get the flat head and just pry it out like that. Get it out of the way. Same with this one. Getting used to this one-handed thing, man. It's pretty good, pretty good. Alright, okay, now that that's out the way. Okay, this one is gonna be a little bit of a pain to get to back there. We're gonna need a wrench, a 10mm wrench. So let me grab that really quick and see if I can get a good angle. Alright, so this is my little setup right here. I'm sure there's a better tool for it, but I'm working with what I got right now, and that's just a 10mm wrench. So you gotta squeeze your hand in there and slowly just break it loose. Then as soon as it's loose enough, just remove it by hand. Alright, I was able to get that thing back there. It took a lot of time, but a lot of time and patience. That's the key to this. And now it should be able to just lift right off like that. Slide straight to the top over here. Alrighty, just like that. So basically just like the other side. Now we have all the room that we need. Want to make sure to disconnect this line right here. Maybe get some needle nose and show you guys a little trick. So instead of just yanking it off, what you actually want to do is you want to twist it. You see that? And I don't know if you were able to hear that, but it actually broke loose the crack in the seal that it had just because of age and time. So now you should be able to just wiggle it right off. And if not, then here's another little trick. You see the little lip there? Just go ahead and merge in there, or even just a little like that. You want to be careful because it's a brittle line. The best way to do it is like this. Yeah, this one hand stuff is killing me. Hold on. Alright, so now just pull this back, get it out of your way, anywhere, doesn't matter. Alright, and then now we're gonna, wow, this thing is filthy. I want to go ahead and brush and blow all this off before taking these valve covers off. You don't want any of this debris, dirt to fall inside your engine while taking it off. So I'm gonna get a brush. I'm gonna just basically just brush. Look at this. This is disgusting. Brush this all out. All right, now it's on to the 8 mils. I don't see anything else in the way, so we should be fine with just getting those 8mm. Alright, so we've got the 8 mils broken. all loose, all broken loose now. I just cleaned up the thick smudge on anything that could fall in. Nothing crazy because we're gonna pressure wash them. And just like that, we should be able to slide this all out. This one-handed thing, man, it's driving me insane. All right, let's go wash this up and get it all taken care of. All right, so we went ahead and cleaned up the valve covers. They're all clean now. We're just gonna go ahead and assemble the actual gasket. Oh, and yeah, they fell. All right, so just gonna apply this like we did on the driver's side. All right, that one was having, or actually giving me an issue with staying in its spot. So could be just the manufacturer defect of the rubber gasket. They made it a little bit too small, or the wiggle just wiggled a little bit too wiggly or something. But you can put some ATV to hold it in, kind of like glue. You don't want to use a lot. I don't like using any, because with the gasket alone, that should be plenty enough. If not, then you need a new gasket. I see people always filling their valve cover gaskets with ATV and all sorts of sealant and gasket maker, but you shouldn't need to. If you do, apply little dots so that way it can stick on there. All right, now let's put these rubber grommets on and we should be good to go. All right, we got the valve covers back on, tighten them down, nothing too crazy. Now we're gonna go ahead and slide these back into place. Place the 10 millimeters, same like last time. Basically reverse the process, and that's all it is, guys. It's real simple, so I'm gonna get this done really quick and then show you guys the finished product. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Make sure to put this bracket back on right here with the 10 mil right here. Make sure to plug this up and make sure to get your connectors connected here and here. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down anything down below. Until next time, guys. Peace.